Hey guys, thought I'd do a little gear rundown video for you. So I have everything laid out on my bed, and I know it looks like a lot, but last time I weighed it, it was just around 20 pounds, which is the target weight that I'm going for. So I'll kind of take you through everything, not super in depth, but at least give you an overview of what all I'm taking. So we'll start with my pack. It's the Kelty Red Cloud 90 liter, which I know is big, but I really like this pack. I've used it multiple times on weekend trips, and there's a lot, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff to clip things to and tie things to, and a lot of different pouches and pockets that you can use. So I really like it for that reason. Here you can see the boots, still pretty new and shiny. I've used them, I don't know, once or twice since I got them, and I'm planning on using these for the first half of the trail anyway, and then once I get out of the winter months, maybe switch to trail runners. But for now, these are what I'm using. This is kind of the electronics section, we'll say. Have headphones, my headlamp, charger or multi-port charger, little watch, power pack, my journal, one of these Right in the Rain journals, so that can get wet and it'll be okay. Let's see, hand sanitizer, waterproof matches, lighters and other matches, and then moving on, we have kind of the water filtration stuff, which is the Sawyer Squeeze. It seems to be a really popular water filter on the trail. A lot of people use it, and it has a pretty good flow rate. This is the regular size. There's also a mini, but the regular size has a faster flow rate, and since I'll be treating pretty much all the water that I'm drinking, the faster flow rate is definitely preferable. I also have the Aquamira drops in case I get into anything that I'm a little leery of. I can use that too as a kind of a chemical treatment. Here I have my rope, which is excessively long, so I'll probably end up trimming that down, but it's just a super light kind of nylon paracord, which that'll be good for hanging my bag at night. Okay, we have here a little foam seat. It's just nice so I don't have to sit on the wet ground, or if I'm sitting on rocks or anything, just a little extra cushion. We have a pack cover just to help with keeping my pack dry, and also you see just a black trash bag there. That's my pack liner. So everything, all of my gear and everything will go inside that bag, inside my pack. And again, that's just another layer of waterproofing, just to make extra sure that my stuff stays dry. Moving on back, you can see my trekking poles. They're real useful. I've hiked with them and without them, and I just think the benefit that they provide is definitely worth their weight. So moving over, here is my sleeping quilt. I say quilt because it's not your traditional bag. I've never really slept well in mummy bags, so I thought I'd give the quilt a try, and I loved it last time I used it, so I'm going to go with that. It's rated down to 20 degrees, and it's down, so as long as it stays dry, that'll keep me nice and warm. Here is the Air Rail sleeping pad, which is self-inflating. Again, it's not a bed, but it provides a little comfort out in the wilderness. You see here the sleeping bag liner, which is just, again, another layer of warmth for inside my sleeping quilt, and also will help to keep that clean because this is washable. Moving across, I have a little Mylar blanket that I will use for an extra layer between me and the ground. So I'll spread this out and put my tent on top of it, and it's waterproof and weighs practically nothing. So I thought that'd be a good option to take I've used it once and it seemed to work pretty well, so I'll hope that keeps working well in the long run. And then here's my tent. I decided not to set it up just because it takes up too much space, but it's the Big Agnes Fly Creek 2 person tent. It's actually the Mountain Glow version because that was the one that was on sale when I got it, so 40% off was pretty sweet and hard to turn down. Keep moving across. I have my camp shoes. These are Zero sandals, very lightweight and water resistant, and I can do some creek crossings in these and even hike in the rain if I want to. Some people have used these for ultra marathons and stuff like that, so maybe I'll work my way up to that, but I don't think I'll start with them anyhow. These are sock liners. Now, don't make fun because of the individual toes. I kind of had to get over the mental barrier of that, but they should work well for blister prevention. 3 pairs of socks, 2 for hiking and 1 for sleeping in, at least in the winter. Here's my wool cap, pair of gloves, base layer bottoms and top. This is the Patagonia R1 fleece, which is really nice for really super warm when you're moving around and staying active. And then moving on, I have 2 pairs of shorts. I won't need them right away, but I'll have them for once it gets warm. 1 pair for the camp and 1 pair for hiking. And then my hiking pants or just all-purpose pants. And then of course underneath that is the stuff sack that I'll use for my clothes. Here is my puffy, my down jacket. It's an Arc'teryx. I forget exactly which kind it is, but it's very warm, and as you can see, packs up very small when it's in its stuff sack, so that's nice. Here we have just a bunch of gallon freezer Ziploc bags. They're really nice for keeping stuff organized and dry. Got my pipe, which is always great for the end of the day after a hard day of hiking, just to relax some at camp. A little camp towel. It's just a microfiber, all-purpose towel. Can use for whatever. Here's my cooking setup. Everything's packed away, as you can see, but I have a couple fuel canisters, and the stove is on top there. Nice convenient little mesh carry sack. It's not terribly heavy. The titanium pots that I have like a regular pot for cooking in and stuff, and then a kind of a coffee mug too, so that'll be real nice in that regard. I have here my food stuff sack, which have my spork, titanium spork attached to, a nice long handle. I'm not sure if there's anything in here or not. I got some Pop-Tarts and some stuff from a hike that I did a little ways back, coffee and tea. But yeah, I'll load that up probably the week before I go, instead of having everything in there now. In this sack I have my rain gear, which is just the Frog Togs. It's real cheap and lightweight. A lot of people recommended it, so I have that in there. I have my first aid kit, Vaseline and ibuprofen, Neosporin, some tape, just for taping up any blisters or anything like that, nail clippers, band-aids, some alcohol wipes just for any cuts or whatever. It's probably excessive, the stuff that I have in there, but to start with anyhow, I think that'll be enough. I can dump stuff as I need it or don't need it. Of course, toilet paper, that's critical. I have a book that I'm planning on reading while I'm gone, and then also the AT guide. This is highly recommended by a lot of people that do it. That do the trail. They either recommend having this, or there's an app called Gut Hooks, which is also very, very informative. But this has a ton of information in it. There you can see kind of the layout of the guide. It tells you where all the shelters are, what road crossings you'll come across, where you can find water, where you can find food, all that kind of stuff, where you can charge your phone. Just a ton of information packed in this. So I think that just about does it. Everything, I think I have a pretty nice setup, but of course everything's, you know, up for determining whether I definitely need it or not. So as I do the trail, I'll find out what I need and what I don't need and make adjustments from then. So this will be my last video till I'm actually on the trail. So until then, thanks for watching.